I'm at a very interesting garden at Argyle Winery, and I'm with Jim. And Jim, you're the gardener here, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
And you started this gardener a couple years ago?
Well, I started this part in 2000, year 2000.
So it's a pretty mature garden.
And this part.
You know, I think you had a lot of challenges here because this is 99W right here, and it's a pretty noisy road. Plus, you have production facility here. So what were some of the challenges when you put this in?
Well, the biggest challenge was the soil because it was so hard and rocky. There had been some buildings here, and they had put a lot of debris on there, so trying to get that into order took a long time. And I do that by adding mulch every year.
That's a good tip. And then what about some of the plant selection?
Well, that was fun because I had to learn all of the new perennial names that I didn't know at all. And of course, there's a lot of new perennials coming out every year.
Right.
Choosing the right one was a real challenge.
Well, you really wanted color all year for your clients that come here and taste wine.
That's the idea, is to have a path from the parking lot over to the tasting room, and for the clients to pass through this garden and then to view the various flowers here. It's ended up being a test garden almost.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Botanical test garden.
Right, and it gets a lot of, I wouldn't say abuse, but it has to look nice all the time, so it has to be at its best, so you really have to be in there trimming it and making sure it shines.
That's where this tool comes in handy, pruning, deadheading perennials and annuals.
It's really a nice extension.
Yes, it just shears on a length of.
Wow. And I know you have some other tools here, and this one you kind of fabricated, and I think that's a great tool for using in your pathway.
Yes, I copied this from a smaller tool that I found in a hardware store, but I had a much larger piece built for this blade here. It's about 3 times the size it was originally, and a better handle here and stouter all the way around.
And could you demonstrate it just a little bit?
Yes. This works well in grass, in a pathway where there's gravel.
That's really easy. You know, and sometimes you just can't spray, so that would just be something really easy to take out all the roots.
Even if you can spray here with Roundup, it's not very effective in this because of the shallow soil.
And I really like your rake here because you can really adjust the width of that, and you can kind of get under shrubs and different perennials.
Reach back underneath.
Well, that's really nice. You know, I think for the homeowner, there's some really good tips there. Any other challenges that you've had here? I know that you really have some beautiful things here. Any favorites this time of year?
Any favorite which?
Any favorite plants this time of year you really like?
Well, I like the Peruvian
verbena.
Bonariensis, I think it is.
Right.
And the
how about your Rudbeckias? They're really shining.
Rudbeckia. I have several different Rudbeckias, one over there.
Right.
And one over there, and then the ones behind us we'll see later there.
Do you use a lot of ornamental grasses? They're really looking nice this time of year.
I have 2. One of the Miscanthus sinensis over there that you see, and one over there, Agrostis Carl Forster, I think it is.
Oh, that's a beauty.
But that didn't prove out practical here because I have overhead watering. And it knocked all the seed heads down.
Oh.
So it just doesn't hold up.
Like you said, it's a test garden, just like you would have in your home. So if you want to come out and see this beautiful garden, it's out in Dundee at Argyle Winery, and Jim might even be in the garden. Thanks for having us out today.
Thanks for coming out.